happen. So this comes to us from Variety.com, letting us know that the Powerpuff Girls live action series is in fact among the CW pilot orders. The network actually sets the 4400 reboot. I believe they also picked up the Ava DuVernay pilot order for Naomi, the DC character that they're going to be exploring also. So let's go ahead and break down this Variety report here. It says that the CW has made an order for the 2021 and 2022 season, including a pilot order for the live action Powerpuff Girls. In total, CW announced 3 pilot orders and 1 straight to series pickup, which will in fact be the 4400. That's going straight to series pickup. The other 2 pilots that are for the DC project, we've got Naomi from Ava DuVernay. And then they have another, and then of course the Powerpuff Girl series. It says it was first announced as being in development way back in August, which we highlighted here. Based on the Cartoon Network series created by Craig McCracken, the new series sees the pint-sized superheroes as delusioned 20-somethings who resent having lost their childhood to crime fighting. Will they agree to reunite now that the world needs them more than ever? The rest of the article does go on. It does say that where's the Naomi? Oh, there we go. Naomi was announced as being in development in early December. The show follows a teen girl's journey from her small northwestern town to the heights of the multiverse when a supernatural event or Naomi sets out to uncover its origins, and what she discovers will change everything we believe about our heroes. So Ava DuVernay is in fact going to be putting together a pilot for Naomi, and if that pilot is successful, it will in fact be picked up. So Powerpuff Girls is in pilot. We've got Naomi is in pilot, but guys, there is one series that we have heard about that was supposed to be in development that no longer is. And unfortunately for us, if you were pumped about this series, not so much anymore. The CW is not moving forward with the Wonder Girl series. It says, on the bright side, readers will still be able to follow Yara Flor's adventures in the Wonder Girl comic, which launches this upcoming May. But it does say Wonder Girl won't take flight on the CW. Entertainment Weekly has confirmed that the network is moving forward, is not moving forward, I should say, with Wonder Girl, a show centered on the DC Comics Latin superhero of the same name. Rodriguez, who wrote the pilot script, announced the news Friday afternoon. And this is what she had to say. She says, some sad news for all of those asking. Wonder Girl is not being picked up at the CW. I was very proud of the script that I wrote. I wish I could have shared the world I created, but unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Thanks for everyone's enthusiasm. And I got to say, I definitely was kind of enthusiastic in regards to hearing that Wonder Girl actually might have a series for herself. So they're not moving forward with Wonder Girl. They have picked up a pilot for Naomi, a DC television character, and they have picked up the pilot for Powerpuff Girls. So guys, let me go ahead and throw this over to you first, Stuart. You hear the series and the titles that are being picked up. What do you think about those being picked up, and what do you think about the idea of us not getting a Wonder Girl series?
I'll start with my thoughts on the series that are being picked up real quick. So Powerpuff Girls, it does seem weird that that was the show that they chose to pick up, but I really am going to hold off my judgment until I see it, because as weird as the premise is to bring something like that into a live action CW show, I feel like there's got to be some really cool like vision that Greg Berlanti has with the show that we're just not quite seeing yet. Like I feel like if it takes a lot of guts to be able to pitch a show like that to a network, and it takes even more guts to be able to say, you know what, we're going to pick this up, even though we know that just the sound of it is going to piss a lot of people off. So I'm definitely going to hold off my judgment about that until I actually see this. My thoughts for the Naomi show, definitely looking forward to that. With this being like a character whose backstory is, you know, essentially traveling the multiverse in order to hide from like essentially a universe where like a bunch of evil people are looking for her because of her powers. I think there's potential to be able to use her as a bridge between a lot of the other shows that are all in their separate universe, but like still kind of connected to the DC multiverse, and even the movie universe as well. Like I could see her easily, like while trying to like flee from the main villains, using her as kind of a way to connect her to like the Arrowverse, to like the movie universe, and then, you know, maybe even to Stargirl's universe as well, like that kind of a thing. I think that would be really cool if that's the direction that they went with her character. And, you know, assuming that just because it's on the CW, they're probably still going to be giving it a good budget like they did with the Superman show. You know, I definitely think there's a lot of potential with her character for sure. I am definitely kind of bummed about Wonder Girl not being picked up, just because, you know, it would have been kind of a whole new like area of the Arrowverse that they could have picked up, like the idea of them introducing Amazon warriors into the Arrowverse, and plus just, you know, having that kind of official confirmation that Wonder Woman exists somewhere there. We just haven't seen her yet, because we've already gotten like several Easter eggs to imply that she exists, but we've never like seen her or anything yet. So it would have been cool to like actually be able to have that like I guess finality is the word I'm looking for, of like knowing, you know, what the Arrowverse Wonder Woman would have been, what she could have been. So, you know, in that sense, I am definitely kind of sad. Plus, like, I read the Wonder Woman comic book with Yara that they released for
I really
DP
enjoyed
Free
it.
State.
Yeah.
And yeah, I enjoyed it, but I did think that her personality would have worked a lot better as a teenager. So like now getting like an actual teenage version of that character, I do think it would have been a really fun character to watch, especially for the CW network. So it is too bad that they're not going forward with it. But yeah, I'm definitely going to wait for the Powerpuff Girls before I have any, at least I'm going to wait till I see a trailer before I have any judgment on what to expect from it.
Yeah, the when it comes to the Wonder Woman stuff for Future State, it is odd just because of the fact that it is almost like a random story that's just kind of thrown at you from the future, right? Like you don't really have the context of the backstory to kind of maybe go with it fully, if you will. So the Yara Floor stuff, you know, if you're not sure what to expect personality wise, it does hit you differently just because it just kind of takes place as a random adventure in this one person's life. But the idea that you know, we will be getting to see a younger version of her, you can definitely get to see her personality grow from Wonder Girl into the upcoming Wonder Woman. I really enjoyed the comic book series that we wind up getting from that. But you know, it's funny, Stuart, that you mentioned the idea that's of Wonder Girl, because a part of me is thinking to myself, like, does Wonder Woman, is she just cursed when it comes to television series, right? Like we've had a Wonder Woman pilot that was made a few years back with one of the, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, from Agents of Shield. She played Mockingbird, if I'm not mistaken, like the first 2 or 3 seasons or something. She was supposed to be Wonder Woman, and that, even though they had the pilot, that show didn't get picked up. So I'm wondering if maybe they still have cold feet in regards to anything Wonder Woman related, and they see this kind of come across their way, and they're like, I don't know, we tried this once, we weren't that successful at it, maybe we shouldn't go that route. But listen, I'm down for a Brazilian Amazonian princess. Let's go, man. Bring them on. But clearly we're not going to get one when it comes to television series, but we will be able to catch her in the comic books though.
Yeah. Or at least not yet. We could probably a year down the line, maybe the either the CW will change their mind, or maybe HBO Max will see the potential in it and pick it up.
Yeah,
But
that's what they're waiting
who
on.
knows?
Well, let me go ahead and pass this over to you, Indy. You hear this news: Powerpuff Girls are picked up for a pilot, at least. They still haven't been picked up for a full season yet. Naomi's been picked up, but no Wonder Girl. What are your thoughts on that?
No Wonder Girl, no Painkiller. Let's get that right.
Oh, they haven't. We haven't even seen the the episode itself yet, for the actual pilot episode itself. Remember that is supposed to be set up as a pilot this season.
Man, we didn't have a pilot episode for Superman and Lois, but we still got it.
I mean, yeah, some things go straight to season, but that doesn't mean that. I mean, it just means it's not guaranteed. That's all.
I'm just being picky. It ain't nothing. I'm just being picky for discussion's worth. Wonder Girl does not surprise me at all because, and this is what's going to sound weird about about how I feel about the Pop Girls thing. For some reason, I feel it's hard to do the type of power set on television. They're having enough. You know what I'm saying? They have a hard enough time doing that power set in the movies for some reason. You know what I'm saying? They just think she just throws a going rope around all the time. Like they don't have a concept on the character of Wonder Woman to me to be able to bring, you know what I'm saying, Wonder Girl to a television series and actually be able to do it properly with that. Depending on what the budget is too. Maybe they just feel like they can't do it with the budget they have. I'm hoping that's it and they just didn't think that it wasn't going to work because it would have worked if it looked right. That's the problem when it comes to that. But I have the same issue with the Powerpuff Girls. If you can't get Superman and Wonder Woman powers right on screen, how the hell are you going to get the Powerpuff Girls powers right on screen? Because they are OP and obscene when it comes to power set. Not only that, you can't have Grodd in more than 2 episodes, but we're possibly going to have Mojo Jojo or him or, you know what I'm saying, all these other extravagant villains. Because if we're not going to have the villains for the Powerpuff Girls, it's not going to be the Powerpuff Girls because, to be honest with you, the villains made that comic and they made that television series, period. If it's not for the villains, the Powerpuff Girls wouldn't be anything. Naomi, hats off, because that to me is going to be the next step up from Stargirl. For everybody that likes Stargirl and love the way it's shot, love the way it looks, love the way the story's told, I think it'll get much more of the same when it comes to Naomi. It's just looking at things from a different light.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about like when it comes to what you were saying. I don't think I agree with you when it comes to the Powerpuff Girls, superpowers, only because we have seen now the CW being able to portray it with not only Supergirl, but like, when we look at the upcoming Superman and Lois, it looks like they have it down perfectly. Like, yeah, the green screen effects are going to look really cheesy, but honestly, as long as the actors can play it straight, I really don't mind cheesy effects, as long as the actors can go along with it and have fun and not feel really awkward about what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, as long as they're going all out with it, it'll still be fine, I think. But when it comes to the villains, like you were saying, like how they might have to use certain villains sparingly because of computer effects, I mean, again, it goes to the fact that it may look cheesier, but I do think that a character like him and Mojo Jojo, I think you can do those with practical effects. When it comes to those weird germ things that want to be villains, but they suck at it, maybe not. Maybe those guys have to be done with CG. But I do think that a lot of the villains, you'd have to take a creative, different approach to them, but they could have a lot of potential to be done through the use of practical effects too.
No, go ahead, Andy.
Oh no, it's going to be interesting. I just when I say as far as like the power set, it's because when it comes to like Superman and Supergirl, the way they do it, they're not using their powers casually. You know what I'm saying? They normally use them when it needs to be used. The Powerpuff Girls are literally using their powers to go to the bathroom, or you know what I'm saying, to open the refrigerator. I'm curious to see the way they're going to take this and if they just re-envision, you know what I'm saying, what the Powerpuff Girls are in general, similar to like what they did with Riverdale. You know what I'm saying, and different things like that. So I'm curious in how they're going to take it. It could be a Powerpuff Girls for a new age, or maybe they'll do it like it should be done, and it'd be something. I almost fail, and it'd be something where it's like envisioned for an older audience. You know what I'm saying? Like teens, and it's not something that's specifically supposed to be marketed towards, you know what I'm saying, kids and stuff like that. And we'll get something that we could really just bite our teeth into, because they have done things when the shows that they done power sets on the best, and people hate this, have been their vampire shows. Whether it's been Supernatural, whether it's been Vampire Diaries, originals and stuff like that. If it's something in that lane, I'm 110% for it. I just want it to be done right, because I feel like this is something from our childhood that doesn't get enough respect for the way that it changed, you know what I'm saying, cartoon superheroes on television.
I'll give you this though. The one thing that I am really worried about with the Powerpuff Girls TV series, like I don't mind it being more mature than the cartoon. Like I don't mind it having mature themes. I really don't want them to do like a Sabrina Teenage Witch to it. Like I don't want them to make it a TVMA show where like they go for like, oh, we're dark and gritty. We don't have a good story along with it, but we're dark and gritty, so you won't care about how bad our writing is. You know, I hope they don't do that. I hope they can make it a mature show, but still make it entertaining if that's what they're going for.
We just cut Adam off like 4 times.
Sorry. Hey, no, guy. Hey, say what you guys say, man. It's no big deal. No, for me, I'm actually looking forward to this. For me, when it comes to Powerpuff Girls, I like the premise of it. You know, when I go into this series just based off of the premise, I'm not expecting to get the animated series itself. Like, I'm not expecting villains each and every week. I'm not expecting them to blow their load with the budget for special effects each and every week. I do think that it is going to be an interpersonal discussion for themselves of having to get over the fact that they wasted a lot of their years being superheroes and not having time for themselves. So I do think that there will be serious elements in here. It may not be necessarily TV MA per se, but I do think it might be on levels of what maybe Indy talked about, maybe a mixture of Riverdale mixed in with a little bit of Arrowverse, right? That you can still put the type of attention to detail when it comes to special effects, you know, because Stuart, you just mentioned the idea that you see something like a Superman and Lois. We weren't expecting the show to look like that at all, and they wind up giving that to us. So it definitely makes me think that CW has an idea in their mind that they clearly want to do something different, and that they might want to actually try and put their best foot forward for a series like this. I think if you can get a really great cast, if you can put together a really great storyline element, I think you could have something really special here. And I don't, you know, again, I'm not expecting the format to be very similar to that of animation. I'm expecting like a 45-minute sort of long episode. So I'm expecting to dabble into some serious topics for these girls. Some really cool maybe battle sequences from time to time, but I kind of like the sound of it. Naomi, look, it's Ava DuVernay. I just give it to me already. I'm pumped for it. I have a feeling this is like, do we really even know to need a pilot at this point? Like, just go straight to series, please. I am bummed about Wonder Girl unfortunately not making it. I was really hoping that she would kind of get some shine, but maybe if she continues to grow on people, like you said, Stuart, right? Maybe there'll be bigger plans for her somewhere down the line. Maybe HBO Max is like, you know, this is our Wonder Girl, our Wonder Woman. Maybe we should give her a bigger spotlight on something like a HBO Max. So maybe she will get her opportunities at some point in time. But I feel like I'm definitely more optimistic about Powerpuff Girls than other people, even though it necessarily isn't something that I personally grew up with. My brother did type of thing, or at least it was like on Nickelodeon, you know, or whatever, Cartoon Network from time to time.
I'm gonna have to get up and leave now.